History often celebrates kings and conquerors, those whose names are etched in stone and whose deeds echo through the centuries. But sometimes, the most powerful stories come from the margins, from those who were never meant to rule, whose voices were almost lost to time. This is the story of Theodora, a woman who, by every law and tradition, should never have worn a crown, let alone shaped the fate of an empire. In the rigid, glittering world of the Byzantine Empire, the empress was expected to be noble, pure, and untouchable, a living symbol of perfection and virtue. Theodora was none of these things. She was not born into privilege, nor was she sheltered from the harsh realities of life. She was born into poverty, far from the marbled halls of power. Her beginnings were humble, her childhood marked by struggle and survival in the bustling streets of Constantinople. Her profession was reviled. She was an actress, a status so low it denied her basic rights and placed her at the very bottom of society. In those days, actresses were seen as outcasts, their lives filled with hardship and scorn. Yet, against all odds, Theodora would rise to become one of the most powerful empresses in history, her intelligence and determination breaking every barrier set before her. Her journey from the shadows of the stage to the dazzling heights of the throne is a testament to the unyielding strength of the human spirit and the courage to dream beyond one's station. This is a story that challenges everything we think we know about power, destiny, and the courage to defy the impossible. Theodora's life forces us to reconsider who is worthy of greatness. Theodora's life proves that sometimes history's greatest figures come from the most unlikely places, and that true power can rise from the humblest beginnings. Theodora's story begins in the heart of Constantinople. Not in a palace of marble and gold, but in the bustling, unpredictable streets that surrounded the city's legendary hippodrome. This was a world alive with noise and color, where the echoes of chariot races and the cheers of thousands filled the air, and where the fortunes of families could change in an instant. Theodora was born into the chaotic world of the hippodrome, a place that was both a center of entertainment and a battleground for the city's rival factions. Her father worked as a bearkeeper for the Green Chariot team, risking his life daily to entertain the crowds and support his family. Her mother, meanwhile, was a dancer and actress performing for the same crowds, her art a fragile shield against poverty. But when her father died suddenly, Theodora's family was left destitute, forced to navigate a city that offered little mercy to the poor. Her mother's desperate plea for help led Theodora and her sisters to beg in the hippodrome, their first public performance not for applause but for survival. Theodora's childhood was marked by hunger, uncertainty, and the constant need to adapt. The rival Blue faction, moved by their plight, offered her stepfather work. It was a lesson Theodora would never forget. In this world, survival depended on capturing attention, appealing to power, and seizing every opportunity, no matter how small. From that moment, the stage became her world. She learned to perform, to charm, and to read the moods of the crowd, skills that would shape her destiny. Every day was a struggle, and every performance a chance to change her fate. Theodora learned to fight for every opportunity, never taking anything for granted. Her childhood was shaped by poverty, by the relentless demands of the entertainment world, and by the harsh realities of life on the margins of society. These early struggles forged her resilience, sharpened her instincts, and gave her a unique understanding of human nature, of what people desired, feared, and admired. Theodora grew up fast, learning that life in Constantinople offered nothing for free, and that every kindness came with a price. In the shadows of the hippodrome, Theodora became a survivor, resourceful, determined, and ready to face whatever challenges the world would throw her way. As a teenager, Theodora became an actress, a title that, in Byzantium, meant social exile. Actresses were seen as outcasts, denied respect and legal rights. But Theodora was different, sharp-witted, captivating, and fearless on stage. She specialized in pantomime, using satire and humor to win over crowds, even as critics tried to shame her. Her life was a whirlwind of travel and performance, exposing her to every corner of the empire. She met people from all walks of life, learning their struggles and stories. This was her true education, one that no noble upbringing could match. She became resourceful, independent, and unafraid of public opinion. The stage, meant to be her prison, became her training ground. Theodora's time as an actress gave her the resilience and wisdom that would one day change an empire. What others saw as shame, she turned into strength. Her journey was just beginning. In her early 20s, Theodora left the stage and followed Hecebolus, a powerful official, to North Africa. The relationship soured, leaving her abandoned and penniless in a foreign land. Alone, she found refuge in Alexandria, a center of Christian thought and debate. There, she encountered the Miaphysite Christians, persecuted, resilient, and deeply spiritual. Drawn to their faith, Theodora experienced a profound transformation, embracing new convictions and a sense of purpose. She survived by spinning wool, living humbly, and reflecting on her journey. When she returned to Constantinople, she was changed, no longer just a performer but a woman of deep faith and determination. Theodora's hardships had forged her into someone ready for a new destiny. She had seen the heights of attention and the depths of abandonment and emerged stronger. Her next chapter would be extraordinary. Back in Constantinople, Theodora lived quietly, working as a spinner. It was then that she caught the eye of Justinian, the emperor's ambitious nephew and heir. Justinian was captivated by her intelligence and resilience, qualities rare at court. Their connection was immediate, but one law stood in their way. Senators were forbidden to marry actresses. The court was scandalized. The reigning Empress Euphemia fiercely opposed the match. For years, Justinian's love was blocked by tradition and law, yet he remained devoted, unwilling to abandon Theodora. Their future seemed impossible, locked behind an unbreakable rule. Only a radical change could unite them. The deadlock broke with the death of Empress Euphemia in 524. Justinian seized the moment, pleading his case to Emperor Justin. He argued that Theodora was no longer an actress but a changed, devout woman. He challenged the old law, insisting that wisdom, not tradition, should guide the empire. Emperor Justin, himself a man of humble origins, was persuaded. In 525, he issued a new law: former actresses could marry into the elite with imperial consent. The law was written for Theodora. Soon after, Justinian and Theodora married in Hagia Sophia. The outcast became the wife of the heir to the throne. This quiet victory, won by persistence and love, rewrote the rules of power. Theodora's whisper had changed the law and her destiny. The stage was set for an empress. In 527, Justinian and Theodora became co-rulers of Byzantium. Their reign faced its greatest test during the Nika riots of 532, when Constantinople erupted in chaos. Factions rioted, the city burned, and the throne teetered on the edge. Justinian's advisors urged him to flee, but Theodora stood firm. In the empire's darkest hour, she delivered her legendary speech. Royalty is a fine burial shroud. She refused to run, shaming the men into action. Inspired by her courage, Justinian ordered a decisive counterattack. The riots were crushed, the throne saved, but at a terrible cost. Theodora's resolve had preserved the empire. Her leadership in crisis proved she was more than a symbol. She was a ruler in her own right. From that moment, her authority was unassailable. Theodora's courage changed the course of history. She had saved not just a crown, but an empire. Her legacy as a leader was sealed. After the Nika riots, Theodora emerged not just as Justinian's indispensable partner in rule, but as a force in her own right. Her courage during the crisis had proven her mettle, and from that moment, she was no longer simply the emperor's consort. She was his equal in the eyes of many. Theodora never forgot her humble beginnings. She championed the rights of the vulnerable, especially women, children, and the poor, using her position to amplify the voices of those who had none. Her empathy for the marginalized was rooted in her own struggles as a child of the lower classes. Theodora pushed for laws granting women greater rights in divorce and property, ensuring that women could no longer be cast aside without recourse. She worked tirelessly to make sure women had legal protection, and her influence was felt in the very language of the empire's laws. She made the abduction of women a capital crime and founded a refuge for former prostitutes, offering them a chance at dignity and a new life. Theodora's compassion extended to all who suffered, and her charitable works became legendary throughout Constantinople. Her reforms were nothing short of revolutionary in a patriarchal world. She challenged centuries of tradition, standing up to powerful interests who resisted change, and inspired countless women to imagine a different future. Theodora also protected the persecuted Miaphysite Christians, using her influence to shelter and support them when others turned them away. Her palace became a sanctuary for those whose beliefs put them at risk, and she worked behind the scenes to ensure their survival. She balanced her faith with imperial policy, showing political skill few could match. Theodora navigated the treacherous waters of court intrigue, religious conflict and public opinion with a steady hand and a sharp mind. Her name appeared alongside Justinian's in official documents and mosaics, immortalizing her as an equal partner in the governance of the empire. Together, they shaped the laws and culture of Byzantium for generations to come. Theodora died in 548, leaving Justinian heartbroken and her legacy secure. Her passing was mourned not only by the court, but by the countless people whose lives she had touched. He never remarried, continuing to pass laws inspired by her vision and memory. Theodora's influence lingered in every decision he made, shaping the empire long after her death. Theodora's impact was felt in stone, law, and the lives she changed. Her reforms became the foundation for future generations, and her story was etched into the very fabric of Byzantine society. She was a champion for the voiceless, reshaping the empire from within. Her courage, compassion, and vision transformed not only the lives of her contemporaries, but also the destiny of an entire civilization. Her story endures in the rights and hope she gave to generations, a testament to the power of one woman's determination to change the world for the better. Theodora's story is more than a tale of rags to royalty, it's proof that history can be changed by the most unlikely people. Her journey from the hippodrome to the throne is a testament to resilience and the courage to defy expectations. True power, she showed, often begins with a quiet decision, a whisper that challenges the world. Her influence echoed in the laws she inspired and the courage she displayed. Theodora's legacy is a reminder that beginnings do not limit potential. She challenges us to look past status and see the strength forged in adversity. Her whisper became a roar that shaped an empire and inspires us still. Even against impossible odds, conviction can carve a new destiny. If you want to discover more hidden histories, subscribe to our channel. There are countless whispers from the past waiting to be heard.